Hi guys, my name is Robert Lenart. I'm the TTL from Fernando R. Ledesma High School. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Kami assignment within Google Classroom. So what I've done is I've gone to my Period 2 peer support group. I only have 2 students in there, but I don't want to add an assignment to any of my existing classes. So I'm going to go to, again, Period 2, Classroom, Create. I'm going to create a Kami assignment. From here, I'm going to select one of the PDFs that I've already broken up into groups of 3 from my Google Drive. So I'm going to go to Drive, and I'm going to look for Math, and I'm going to look for chapters 1 through 11, and chapter 7, and let's see, Kami chapter 7 split into 3s. And I'm going to grab, let's see, let's get this one. Yeah, let's just get this one. All right, and by the way, if you double click on it, it'll select it. You can see that it's identified down here as chapter 7, page 16. You can assign it a topic. I'm not going to add a new topic to this class right now. You can select a due date. You can also assign points any way you want. Typically what I do, it's math. Each problem is worth 1 point in most cases. Assigning, you can't assign anything until you give it a name. So that's why it was ghosted. So I'm going to type in chapter 7, page, and I just match my file name, 16 to 18, and then you notice the drop down becomes visible. You can assign it to be visible right now. You can save it as a draft, or you can schedule it to appear later. So I'm going to assign it right now. And, oh, by the way, it makes a copy for each student. It's recommended, that's the default. So each PDF will be duplicated for every student you have in the class. It's asking me if I want to open it up in Google Classroom. I'm just going to quit this, and I'm going to wait for it to appear under my classwork. It takes a few minutes or a few seconds. There we go. So you can see it now. I can view the instructions, so I can modify it, add to it. I can edit it, delete it, copy it, manage it. Right now, I'm just going to go back, and I'm going to go to my 2 assigned students. I'm going to select the first student, and the assignment is going to appear. And the first time you go into this, you're going to want to look to the right where it says grade with Kami, because I grade with Kami all the time. Mine is checked by default. If you uncheck this, you'll notice that the Kami tools go away. So I'm going to check this again, and that's how you're going to grade within Kami. Now, if we were live, I could have Isaiah actually write on his document. What you'll find if you're doing this in class, so most of the time I do walk around and I just look over their shoulders while they're working on the computer. However, I can come back and grade in real time, and if Isaiah were working on this assignment right now, I would see his work appearing on the screen. I could just comment to him by talking to him across the room. I could type him a private message. I could do it over here in the comment section. Usually I just kind of loop things around and say, hey, Isaiah, take a look at this, or come on over and see me. Now, as far as grading, it really amounts to you making marks on the screen. Now, the way I grade, I always use a purple dot with a 12-point thickness, and if it's correct, I mark it correct. If it's incorrect, I go to my shape tool, I pick a rectangle, 2, and I put a box around it. Now, there's other ways you can grade. I'm going to undo. You can also go to your markup tool and you can highlight things. The only thing I don't like about this is if kids want to write on this, they're now writing over the top of your highlighter mark. But there are many ways to mark right or wrong in this. It's really up to you. Now, if I wanted to move to another student, I can go to the drop down, or I can just right arrow and it'll just go to the next student on the list. And again, if you watched my prior video, whatever marks you make on the screen, so if I were to mark this correct, a student couldn't come back and change that. Now, if they're really clever, they could go in here and they could take a shape and hover over it, and then hover for a second and change it from red to white and fill it, and it would disappear. However, if you go over to your initials, you'll see that now you won't see it here because a student hasn't marked on this. But if Giselle were already working on this, I would see her initials and mine. Right now, because I hit it, these are all my marks. But if we had both marked on this, I would see Giselle's initials also, and I could just hide hers, and all that white that she covered the markup would disappear. Does that happen very often? No, it almost never happens. So I don't really worry about that too much. And again, when you want to score things, for me, it's just counting up my purple dots and coming over and giving it a number. Now, can you exceed the 100 points? Yes. If I remember right, it's either 50% more than your base number or up to double. It's been a while since I've done it. Usually I give a little bit of extra credit from time to time, but I never go to the point where I'm doubling it. But I do know there's a limit, and I will try to look that up for you and maybe redo this video at another time. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.